How you doing? I'm going to be making this video on your incubator, kind of going over some of the functions, show you how to set it up a little bit better so that way it's easier for you to understand once you get it. Let's start right here first, man. So this is a 2-liter humidifier, okay? This right here is what controls the regulation of the humidity. Obviously, if it's up all the way, it spits out faster. If it's down lower, it's a little bit slower. I keep it somewhere in the middle. You can adjust it for how you feel necessary, but sometimes if it's up too high, sometimes it spits out too quick. So you got to kind of find a happy medium, but I usually leave it somewhere in the middle. It's been running for a while and it seems to be okay. Now, when you fill this humidifier up, you want to use purified water. Do not use sink water because sink water has minerals in it and it will calcify and mist through the humidifier. You don't want that. So you want to use purified water, and you also want to heat the water up because this is a heating element. So you don't want to put cold water in a heating element and could struggle, and fight to go up and down. So you want to get, what I get is baby water, purified baby water from Walmart. I get a gallon of it. I heat it up in a pan. I fill my humidifier up with this. So you want it hot as like hot shower water. And then you fill it up in there. This is where you fill it up from. Right there. From that cap right there. And then you just fill it up. Line it right back up on the base right there. And she's good to go. The reason why I mount them low like this, you see all my videos, my pics, everything, the humidifier is mounted lower than the incubator. The reason why is because this right here. You see that water built up right there? That's condensation buildup. And that's going to happen in any incubator you get. The only way to combat that is to mount the humidifier lower. So when this water builds up like that, it runs back down this tube into the humidifier instead of leaking inside your incubator. So you can see the way I have that mounted at an angle. So it runs right back down. Now, when you get this out of the incubator, the humidifier out, you open it up, you want it mounted roughly as far as the hose is, the length of the hose right here. So you don't want to stretch it out any further. You might have to get a stand to mount it like that. I got this stand from Walmart. It's like a TV dinner tray stand. It's like 15 bucks. And then I use the box, or you can use some kind of box. But anyways, that's how you want to mount it. You don't want the humidity to fight to get up in there. If you mount it this way and watch the video and kind of follow my directions, everything will go smooth and perfect for you. This is a very, very good little setup. Now, it's got your logo on it. Rough House Kennels. Okay, we're going to come right here. So, this is, I remember you were asking about an oxygen concentrator. So, this right here is where, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. So, this right here is a standard size oxygen port. You connect any standard size oxygen concentrator, oxygen tank. I don't know, I'm pretty sure you probably know what the oxygen concentrator is used for. You mainly hook that up if your pups have, respiratory infections, upper, lower, kennel cough, something that, you need to use an ICU unit. They have problems breathing. That's the only time I hook my oxygen concentrator up to that. Otherwise, I don't run it if I got a healthy litter and I'm just regular whelping. But this is your camera cord right here. Okay, so you're going to come right over here and take a look around. So this thing has 3 cords, okay? These 2 white cords are for the humidity controller. The black one is for the temperature controller, okay? So 2 of them are power cords, okay? They go plugged into the power source. The third one looks like a jumper harness, or an extension cord, I'm sorry. This is the jumper harness for the humidifier. The humidifier goes plugged in there. So again, the humidifier goes plugged into this jumper harness. Do not plug anything else in there. Do not plug cell phone, That's not a charging unit. Do not plug the camera in there either. The camera does not go plugged in there. The camera goes plugged into its own wall source power, its own power source. Not right there. That is that harness right there is to create a switch to get the humidifier to turn off and on. Okay, so now that you've seen those cords, let's come over here to this right here is your temperature controller. This what controls the PTC heater. Okay, now this thing works, the way it works is when it hits the desired temp, the whole unit shuts off. This is how you set it. Okay, it blinks, you hit the down arrow key one time, it'll blink. I've got it set at 89.8. Okay, so when it hits 89.9 exactly, it's going to turn off the whole unit. This whole thing, once it hits its desired temp, shuts off. And then once it falls 2 degrees below, it turns right back on. So we'll watch it shut off. 89.6. And there you go. Hit 90 degrees. First week I run it at 90 degrees. Second week I drop it to 88.5. Again, this is how you set it. Down arrow key one time, it'll blink. And you would scroll to what you want it on. This is up, this is down. Now, I sync these temps. But you could always, if you have something else you want to sync it on, you could always sync this heat. You just got to read the manual. I'll tell you how to do that. It's very simple. But I'm setting this for you the way I set it. So when you get it, it's perfectly set for puppies. It's got a memory. All you got to do is plug it in, and then you change the temp the second week. Okay? So this is the humidity controller. It's a dual controller, but you are not using this heating side. Okay, there's nothing connected to it. So this number is going to say random shit. 35.3 right now. It's reading in Celsius. So what it's doing is just reading the temperature in Celsius, but it's not doing anything. There's nothing hooked up to it. This is the side you have to worry about, which is the RH side, which is for humidity. Right now, the light is on blue because it's humidifying in there. You can see the humidity. Okay, so this is how you set the humidity. You've got these two up arrow key, down arrow key. They say number 2 on them. Up arrow key, down arrow key. Let me see if I can fit that in there for you to see. Sorry, my camera's a little blurry right now. The lighting in here. Okay, but anyways, this is the up arrow key, down arrow key. This up arrow key on the 2 bottom rows, you don't worry about these top ones. You just worry about these bottom ones, okay? Not top ones, just the bottom ones. Okay, so this bottom key that points up, you're going to hold it in, and it's flashing. See, I got it set at 40%, to turn on at 40%. I have it set to, and then this other one to turn off at 45. This is to stop the humidity. You would hold it in, blinking, set at 45. So, the humidity will start at 40, stop at 45. Okay, so like right now it's off. It's off because it's at 48%. So it will not turn on again until it hits 40. The humidifier shuts off and on, off and on. There are so many people that have this humidity thing, they don't understand it. They call me up and they think the humidifier is not working. They'll plug it in and it's not humidifying and they don't understand why. Well, it's only going to humidify if it's set in the perimeter that you have it set on. And I set them for 40% humidity to shut off at 45% humidity. It starts at 40, shuts off at 45. And that's because anywhere for newborn pups, okay, 40 to 55% humidity is perfect for them. Now, you can go higher if you have a dehydrated pup. You can go all the way up to 60, 65, even 70. But this box is really small. It doesn't need to be that high of humidity in there. It's a small box. You know, up to 50% humidity is good. But like I said, if you do have a pup that's dehydrated, you can go up higher because you just need some kind of moisture to help keep it high. It helps the pups keep hydrated in there, keeps it moistened in there so they don't dry out. Now, see, it turned on. It just fell below 40%. Now it's on. Now watch. And it's going to spike too. The fan's off right now. Okay, now watch when it turns on. It's at 43, 44. Boom. So it spiked to 50%. That's normal, because once all the humidity builds up in there and the fan spins, it disperses it really quick. Okay, so it's going to, you know, spike a little bit, but that is normal. All right, so now let's open this bad boy up. Right here. Ooh, it just shut off. It reached its desired temp. But there you can see how I've got that angled. Okay, so here's your puck light. It's just held on with batteries, AAA batteries. And again, this is your camera, okay? Right here, it's held on by a magnet. Okay, so when you mount that up there, you can turn it any way you want. You just gotta, you know, when the pups, you have pups in there, then you can kind of like mess with it a little bit. And then you just fish it right through this hole right there. And that's where your power cord comes in. This, has a quick start guide. You will follow this and it will help you sync that camera to your smartphone. You've got your instructions for the humidifier, instruction for the controller. This is your PTC heater. This is your what reads the temperature. You got your fan guard on there. That's what reads the humidity. That's pretty much it, man. It's a very simple setup, but effective. You will like this setup. It's very good. I use it on all my dogs. I have whelped over, I don't know, maybe 50 pups in this type of setup right here. Not this incubator, but this style. I've whelped a lot in here. You will like it. It's very easy. As long as you follow my directions on here, you know, you'll have no problem whelping them. Now, when you go to clean this, okay, so this PTC heater they get dirty. They get dirty real easy because of the fans picking up everything inside there, like, you know, puppy fur, everything. So the way I clean them is, you take your latches off, each side. You're going to flip this whole top piece comes off. Obviously, it's going to be off. And then you're going to take this part and you're going to hold it over the water. You're going to spray you're going to spray like some disinfectant spray all over the fan, everything. You're going to spray it all over, clean it all off. The only thing you want to cover up with something is cover the sensor up. So I usually put a little bag over it and make sure I don't get any water. I don't let the water even touch right there. And then you can take this part, obviously your camera's off too, and you take that part and run it under hot water to get all that damn gunk and everything off. And then you wipe it down. You want to dry it a little bit with some kind of towel or something, and then just plug it back in and let the fan recirculate that and turn that on. Very simple to clean. Obviously, you don't want to get this shit wet. Don't worry about water getting in the inside of this electrical box in there. I have it sealed off in there so it can't get wet in there. Okay, so it's not going to do anything to the electrical on the inside. Now, if you wet this on the outside, then it will. But that is it. I'm going to download this video for you, and then